welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I've been a bit MIA recently, but I am back today to talk to you about how you can harness the different phases of the moon in order to manifest your dream life and just make your overall day-to-day life better. Okay, so there are kind of four main stages of the moon cycle. There's kind of bits in between those, but I'm just going to give you the main terms. So you have the new moon, then you have the waxing moon, then you have the full moon, and then you have the waning moon, and that just cycles around. So the two that I'm going to focus on with you guys today is the new moon and the full moon. Especially if you're a beginner, they're probably the two main ones and the easiest ones for you guys to get your head around. For you guys to get your head around and get sort of into the groove of it. So we're going to talk to you about the new moon to begin with, or some people might know it as the dark moon, and this is when the moon is basically not visible in the sky because there's no light shining on it. So you might think, well, how do you know? You just use an astrology calendar or just Google it and you can always find out when the new moon is. It's like the peak time where it's the most covered. The new moon is really good for setting new intentions, new beginnings, letting go of the old, cleansing and clearing your energy field and your sacred spaces or just your environments that you're in a lot. Some things that I like to do during the new moon are, first I'll start by just completely tidying and clearing my room. I just find, seeing as it's a cleansing time, you should just declutter. Obviously if you've got a messy workspace or bedroom or whatever it is that you're in a lot, that's sort of mental clutter as well, so it's just good to clear it all away, and it just helps the energy flow better in your environment, kind of a bit like yin yang, I guess. If you've got a lot more stuff, you're going to disrupt that flow. So I like to just tidy my room because it is often a pigsty. So yeah. Second thing I like to do is I usually like to change my bed sheets, my bed linens this time as well, just because your energy attaches to things, particularly clothes that you wear, your bed, seeing as you're in it every night. So it's just good to completely wash that and have fresh, clean energy in the bed. I will then probably burn some sage or some Palo Santo. Sage and Palo Santo are amazing for cleansing the energy in the air. What you do is set them alight and then you let the smoke basically dissipate around the room, focusing on the corners of your room because energy tends to linger there and get stagnant. You just kind of smoke it around the room wherever you feel guided to go, and you can do your own energy as well just to clear your auric field, etc. Then I like to have a cleansing bath, so cleanse my own energy fields. It's really easy to pick up other people's energy or to absorb others' energies, especially if you're particularly sensitive or known as an empath. You probably do that naturally. You know, you load on other people's emotions, etc. So it's just good practice in general, even if you're not, to cleanse your energy field because you don't want to be harboring anything that's not yours anyway. So the way I like to do this is I will take a cleansing salt bath. Now this is just generally relaxing anyway, but it also helps and it's totally awesome that it cleanses your aura. You can use any salts, Epsom, Himalayan, Dead Sea salt, whatever you like. They also have their own healing properties. Doesn't matter which one you use. I just put whatever I feel at the time, maybe about 1 kilogram. I might add some essential oils depending on what I feel guided to use, and I'll spend about 20 minutes in the bath. And you just imagine everything that's not... That was rude, please siren. As I was saying, you just soak in there for 20 minutes. Just imagine everything that's not yours, anything that you want to release is just soaking away into the bath. You can imagine that the bath is like a pool of white light that you're bathing in. And once you're finished, you get out and you just imagine everything that you don't want to take with you is just left in the bath and draining down the plug hole. Also a really good practice to do. Then last but not least, I will get my manifestations notebook. And I will just write down everything that I would like to manifest for the next cycle of the moon. It can be something that you're looking to manifest next year or whatever. Writing down these intentions during new moon is really good because you've just got all this extra cosmic energy to sort of channel into that, give your desires and that creation more energy momentum in the right direction. And also it means you can just kind of go back and flick through them and review them, which will be important during full moon when I get to it. And once I've done that, I like to finish off my evening with meditation. So I might put some relaxing music on, burn some incense. Just imagine white light pouring in through your crown, filling up your auric field, and you should feel totally amazing afterwards. Another thing that people can do if they want to focus more on the releasing and letting go element rather than the creation element If there's anything that you've been holding on to, just things that you want to start opening yourself up to release, you can write down everything you want to let go of on a piece of paper, and once you're done, you can just burn it, and as you're burning it, just say, I release you. So you can also do that if you want to work on more of the releasing element. Oh, and before I forget, if you are someone who has crystals, the new moon is also a really good time to sort of cleanse. You can just put them outside, or if you want, you can just put them in a bowl of salt water, as long as they're not water soluble, just to cleanse them and obviously refresh and renew their energy, because if you're using them a lot, they will take on a lot of the energy that you're using for yourself, or if you use them in healing for other people, they will take them on. So it's a really good time to also cleanse your crystals. So the next stage I'm going to talk to you about is the full moon. This is obviously the time when the moon is at its fullest. You can see it in the sky. It's like a giant big wheel of cheese, if you like. The full moon is all about abundance, gratitude, harvesting, if you like, I suppose reaping in the rewards for all of the seeds that you've sown at the new moon. It might not even be the most recent new moon. It could be a new moon from 6 months ago. Depending on how good at astrology you are or how into it you are, people can tell you what tends to harvest from what moon. I'm no way an astrologer, I have so much to learn about this stuff, but you can certainly look it up if you are interested in the specifics. So seeing as this is about abundance and harvesting, I like to just look over everything in my life that I have and give thanks. I like to write in my gratitude diary everything that I'm grateful for. It's also good to make a note of everything that you've manifested, everything that you've wanted and you've created and it's come into your life. Show thanks for that. You can do a meditation as well to show your thanks. You can put your crystals out to charge in the full moon. Same as the new moon, you just lay them out under the moonlight and just leave them there for however long you feel necessary. It's also a really good time to just sit and be with your thoughts and just see what comes to you, because during the full moon, when you're meditating and stuff, you sometimes have epiphanies about how you can manifest your desires that you might not have had before. So just be open to all the energy that's happening at the time. It can be quite intense for some people do struggle to sleep, but just do your best to calm yourself, set a nice environment, light a candle, just give thanks and just be completely content with exactly where you are in life and everything that you have. So as you can see, I don't really have necessarily much of a ritual for the full moon. It's a lot simpler. It's just kind of, I suppose, just giving thanks, which I think a lot of people forget to do very often, so it's quite important really. The moon's energy for both the new moon and the full moon you can harness from the day before, the day of, and also the day after. That is when the energy is at its peak. I just live by the moon. The moon is the female energy. I just feel I have an affinity with the moon, or for the moon if you'd like. I just feel completely drawn to it. I'm obsessed with Mother Nature and all of its natural cycles. I feel like we are doing ourselves out of useful tools by not using the simple things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you somehow, or if you're just interested in getting to know things that you can do for yourself that are free using Mother Nature's gifts, then by all means go ahead. I will be back next week with a new video and I hope you enjoy.